Hello, how are you? Today I brought you the famous egg soup recipe, but in a healthier version. Many of you asked me to teach how to prepare it, but a lot of those recipes out there aren't balanced. They have very few nutrients, few vitamins, little fiber, lots of simple carbohydrates, and not much egg or protein. So today I brought you a real game changer, something you can enjoy as a complete meal. Low in carbohydrates, nutritious, high in fiber, rich in protein, and absolutely delicious. I'm sure you're going to love it. It's perfect if you want to control your blood sugar, lose weight, or boost your immunity. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss this. Before we start, I want to ask you, would you like to lose weight? If so, how much? This recipe is wonderful for weight loss because it's low in calories, high in protein, and high in fiber. So it gives that good feeling of fullness that we need. Leave a like on the video. It's really important for me here on the channel. And if you know someone who needs more recipes like this, delicious, affordable, and healthy, share this video. Let's spread this chain of kindness. The ingredients are listed below in the description, as always. I'm going to start by making a really delicious sauté here, adding a bit of olive oil to my pan and a little onion. That's it for now. I'm going to wait for it to sauté well, so everything gets really tasty and seasoned. Remember that onion is prebiotic. Besides adding flavor, onion has a lot of fiber and many bioactive compounds, including ones that are good for immunity. So I'm going to let this onion sauté really well here, and when it's just right, I'll come back so we can continue. Hold on a second. Now that it's sautéed, I'm going to add a bit of green bell pepper here. If you don't like it, you can use yellow or red instead. I'm going to add our tomato here and wait for everything to sauté nicely. For seasoning, I'll add paprika. If you want to use smoked paprika here, it'll turn out really wonderful too. I'm going to add a bit of salt and a bit of black pepper here. For now, everything is pretty basic, but soon it's going to get really nice. Let's wait for this to sauté nicely, and then I'll be right back. Hang on. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of fresh water in here, just enough to cover our colorful vegetables a little bit more. And then I'll wait for them to cook until they're really nice and soft before we add the rest of the ingredients. I'll be right back in just a moment, so hang on. Now I'm going to add our green zucchini here. You can use the lighter skinned or the darker skinned kind, it doesn't matter. Remember that zucchini will make this dish very filling because it's very rich in fiber, and we don't need to peel it since its skin is full of antioxidants. It has very few carbohydrates, a lot of volume. It's very interesting for the weight loss process. And I'm going to add a bit of carrot here as well, remembering that carrots have much fewer carbohydrates than most people think, right? Carrots also have a lot of insoluble fiber, and they contain beta-carotene, so they're very healthy for us. They also help improve things because of their anti-inflammatory properties. I'm going to cover this and wait until it's really, really well cooked. When it's ready, I'll come back so we can add the remaining ingredients. Hold on. It already smells so good here. I wish you could smell it. Our soup is like this, with chunks. So I'm going to blend a bit of it to make it slightly creamier, and in a moment I'll come back so we can continue. Hang on. Look, just so you can see, I left it like this. See, it's partially blended, but there are still some chunks. If you want to blend it completely, that's fine too. If you want to stop here, that's fine. But I'm going to add a bit of coconut flour to make it thicker, so we get a consistency that's almost like a porridge, a polenta, something like that. I like to use coconut flour because it doesn't taste like coconut, okay? You don't need to worry. And it absorbs a lot of liquid. You'll see that right away it will thicken up a lot, and it's practically zero carbs, right? In terms of net carbs, it's really zero. It has a lot of fiber, and it gives this really nice texture to recipes. Look how amazing that is. And as it keeps boiling and everything, it will get even thicker, but look, it's already a real cream. It's already a very appetizing soup, isn't it? The kind of soup you eat and say, yes, this is going to nourish me. Now, to boost the protein content even more, I'm going to throw in a few eggs and a little bit of chopped green onions. Feel free to add whatever kind of fresh greens you like to complement the dish. And I have to tell you, if you want to use fresh cilantro, parsley, or whatever other herbs you like, what would you choose to use? I'd love to see your thoughts in the comment section below. Now I'm going to add all of my fresh greens into the pot here. I'll cover it up with a lid for it to cook well, and then I'll be right back, so just hold on a second. Everything's cooked now. I'm going to finish with a bit more greens on top so we can try this wonderful dish. Make it yourself. You're going to love it, for sure. Look, the whole family is absolutely going to love it. Just look at this. It is so rich, so delicious, and yet so affordable, right? Make it. I'm sure you'll love it. I have to admit, I'm dying to try this combination. Check out my soup recipe playlist. There are other ideas similar to this one that I think you'll enjoy. Leave a like on the video because that really helps me out here on the channel, okay? Like I said before. And share it with anyone who needs a healthy, nutritious, and affordable idea. Let's spread our chain of kindness. Now, finally, I was also waiting while I talked to see if it would cool down because it just came off the stove. I don't want to burn myself. How delicious. I have to admit, the green onion gives it a special touch. The coconut flour doesn't have a taste, but it gives a really nice texture, and the seasonings are just right. Make this at home. Your whole family will love it. See you next time. Bye.